Welcome back to Tao of Suzuki. My name is Zach. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and if you're not new to the channel, welcome back. It's November 1st. It's just after 11 o'clock. So it's the day after Halloween, at least while I'm recording this. So I'm a little late with this message. But on Halloween, I saw a comment on social media where someone said that they believed we should cancel Halloween. They believed that what we needed in the world was less celebration of darkness. And although that comment didn't necessarily jump out at me, and it didn't really stick with me, the response that it got, one in particular, did jump out at me. Where someone had responded and said that they believed the contrary. That the darkness deserved the most celebration, and that darkness gave better context to life. Now that comment went on to further specify specifically life and death and celebrating the death of loved ones. But in the context of the darkness within our lives, within us, our past experiences, when we find ourselves on a spiritual path or on a path of self-redefinition, making friends with that darkness is just as important. And what really got me thinking about the initial comment and the reply is that darkness is a necessity, and we have to invite it in. Give it a seat at the table. Befriend it. We don't allow it to consume us. We don't allow it to pull us back into old things, into old ways of being. But we don't ignore it. And if you're not new to this channel and you've seen some of my earlier content, I referenced something in a much earlier video that was told to me by someone in my youth. They explained that their take, their perspective, was to ignore the negative, to ignore the darkness, to not feed it, because that gave it power. And although there is some validity to that, we can't simply think that by not acknowledging something, that we could somehow do it differently, better. More positively. Especially when we're talking about ourselves and our spirituality and the people that we choose to become, the things that we choose to leave behind. So I say celebrate that darkness. Don't allow it to still be a part of who you are, but invite it in. Give it a seat at the table and become friends with it. And as you sit with it, sure, it's painful. And I know that all the darkness of my own past, as I sat with it and faced it instead of escaping from it, running away from it, ignoring it, hurt. Not just to have to feel those things, but to accept things that I'd been subjected to, things that I subjected others to, and all the emotions that carried with it became reliving those experiences all over again. But ignoring that darkness because I didn't want to feed it energy wasn't going to change me for the better. So sit with it. And feel that. And accept that the stronger of a friend you allow your darkness to become to you, the better that you can dance with it through this new life. And you'll find as you dance with it, you stumble over it less. It's a balance where now you're leading the dance with your light instead of tripping over the feet of your darkness. I hope that makes sense, even if I stumbled over it. This is a late night thought before I went to bed. If you took a little bit of time out of your evening to watch this, thank you. I hope you all had a good evening. And I hope you enjoyed this, regardless of when you saw it. But remember, invite the darkness in. Give it a seat at the table. Make it your friend so that you can dance with it instead of stumbling over it, just like I did. Have a good night, y'all. I'll catch y'all later.